All right, how's it going? It's been a while since I've talked about anything related to the tech market, but I guess it's about time. I just wanted to give like a quick little update on where I've been when it comes to the tech market, especially with all the new developments concerning, the Trump administration and then all the tariffs and how the stock market's dropping and how the job market is sort of in the dumpster right now. The job market right now is sort of just this wet fart of a place where whenever you just try to apply to any jobs, you just know for a fact you're never going to get an interview. I've also started to notice a massive drop in job postings on LinkedIn. I don't know if that's just me or if it's because I'm sort of trying to stray away from the software engineering jobs. So I just wanted to make this quick little video here, just sort of asking where you guys are at with the tech market, if anyone's watching, of course. But it would be greatly appreciated if I could just get some input on this topic. Right now, I am still doing my freelance thing. So that's going well. I have about like 9 months left on my contract, maybe 10 months. So I really, the stress is at an all-time high, of course. I mean, it always has been. It's like every time I open up LinkedIn, I just look at the jobs and I tend to stray away from software engineering positions. I don't know why, even though when you take a look at my resume, like I have a front-end developer role, I have a software engineering role. But when I'm applying to jobs, I subconsciously tend to stray away from software engineering jobs. I don't know if it's because my confidence is so low. I think it has to do with the fact that I know I'm gonna fail the assessment they send me or the technical interview just because I haven't been studying a lot of leak code, especially because the job I'm working at right now isn't really code oriented. Like, I don't remember the last time I've written actual code. The job I'm doing right now just has to do a lot with like managing the data, writing reports, stuff you would give to an intern, right? Like, no one's gonna give me a whole project to code from scratch. Especially also part of the reason why is because at the company I'm at right now, using ChatGPT is not frowned upon. If anything, it is highly encouraged to use ChatGPT because they know it increases productivity, right? They always encourage us to use different AI models like Claude, Perplexity, ChatGPT, whatever it may be. And I feel like that has sort of contributed to my lack of confidence when it comes to coding. So I'm stuck in this weird place right now where I know I should be applying to software engineering jobs, but at the same time, I know I'm gonna fail the assessment, right? I've sort of been focusing like technical sales jobs, but I don't have any experience in that area. So my odds of success of even landing an interview are so minimal. And the job market just sucks right now, right? Like, that has always been the case. But right now, I feel like my mentality has changed so much to the point where I'm even lowering my chances of landing an interview even more. So I'm not sure what to do, I'm not even sure why I'm making this video. I feel like I'm just rambling. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just call it something like rambling about the tech market or whatever, just try to clickbait your ass. But yeah, life has been a little weird. Like, it hasn't been going so bad to the point where I'd have to be like depressed or sad about anything. Like, I'm making decent money, I'm paying off my bills, like that area is comfortable. But at the same time, there's such a high level of stress because I know at the end of the year, I might have to go back to working at fucking Macy's, right? Like, I'm gonna be unemployed at the end of the year. That is a fact. So unless I find a job from here until the next year, I'm sort of just gonna be in this constant loop of just stress. I also don't have a lot of time. Like, I have a full-time job right now. So I don't know how people do it. Like, how do I balance socializing with the job, with hobbies like gaming, and still applying to jobs and even studying leak code or working on side projects? Like, I don't know, man. I do have free time. It's just that free time is never spent doing something for my career because I'm always so like mentally fried from working at the end of the day. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what to do. Life has just sort of been in a weird place recently. The job market's crashing. You don't really know what's going to happen to America. It could go very well. I mean, I'm not sure, bro. I'm not this economics guy, so I don't really understand the tech market like a lot of people watching probably do. So I don't know if what Trump and his team is doing is going to sort of boost the market in the future. Like, who knows, bro? Maybe this shit's gonna pop off. But from what I've been seeing, from what I've been reading, from what I've been watching, it just doesn't seem like it's going well, man. It just doesn't seem like that way. I'm not sure what the solution is, man. Should I like go back home to Jordan and just spend my career there, or should I start like applying to Europe? Well, you can't really apply to Europe without experience. It's also difficult because you need a work visa. So should I stay in America? But you know, the future of America is sort of undecided right now, so that's a little scary. I'm not sure how a lot of people watching are feeling, especially the American audience, all like 5 of you. So if you are, just leave a comment. Let me know what you guys are feeling these days when it comes to the stock market, the job market, whatever it may be. Even if you're not a tech person, if you're like an art major or whatever, like let me know how that's going for you. It's really weird, man. Like even gaming has sort of been in a weird place with like the introduction of AI into gaming and just how companies are so money hungry these days. Like I watched a video the other day about Nintendo, and keep in mind Nintendo is this money hungry ass company, and they're charging $80 for their video games when the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out. And I'm just sitting there wondering, like, who the fuck can afford an $80 video game, man? Like, who are these people who can afford to buy an $80 video game for their son or their daughter and then have to pay off their mortgage or their rent and their bills? I've been thinking about this for such a long time now, and it just baffles me. Like, even if you make, I don't know, 80, 100K a year, if you have like kids and a wife and stuff like that, if you have a family and bills, I can't compute it in my brain. Like, how can you afford this shit? And then these companies, we're a consumer-based economy, okay? This is America. We are a consumer-based economy, okay? So we buy shit, we consume shit. But how are we consuming shit when we can't afford it? Like, it baffles me to this day. How are we a consumer-based economy when most of us can't even afford to pay our bills? Where are we getting this money from? And even for me, like, don't get me wrong, I'm broke as fuck, but I still somehow managed to find a way to like scramble up $60 for a video game, yet I'm worried about my next electricity bill, right? So maybe it does make sense, but when you look at the numbers like factually, I don't know how people are affording this. Even like, and keep in mind, I'm a single person. Like, I only have to worry about me. I don't have kids, I don't have a wife. And I just keep imagining like someone who's, let's say, a senior software engineer making like 140, 150K. Is that really enough to support yourself? Like, if it was 20, 30 years ago and you were making this amount of money, I feel like you would be easily able to suffice yourself financially and live comfortably. But nowadays, I feel like life has just gotten so expensive. Like, how is our generation meant to buy a house? How am I meant to buy a house? Like, I do not see that ever coming in my future. I feel like people 50, 60 years ago, their goals in life were, I'm gonna grow up, marry someone, have kids, and buy a house. That was their goal. For me, right now, in this generation, all I'm hearing from anyone, like when it comes to their goals, is, yeah, bro, I want to move out and just rent an apartment and live by myself and somehow manage to suffice myself financially. Like, that's the difference between the goals of people who are living today and people who are living only like 50 years ago, which is not that long of a time ago, bro. I don't know if it's just an America thing or a worldwide thing, because I might be just jaded and in my own bubble, but I feel like in Europe, none of this shit is really happening to this extent. Like, of course it's happening worldwide, but I feel like America especially is just taking it to the next level. Then you have this 70-year-old fucking ginger ass, fat ass, Shrek looking ass in the fucking White House just destroying this whole country in the hopes that maybe he can rebuild it from scratch. Well, motherfucker, you're only here for the next 3 years. Like, what are we talking about right now? You're not gonna be able to rebuild this shit. Someone after Trump is gonna come in 3 years later and he's gonna have to deal with all of Trump's shit, and let's say he doesn't agree with the way Trump did things. Well, now we're not only gonna start from scratch, we're gonna start from like -10. We're gonna start from a fucking pit hole. You know what I'm saying? And it's just scary, man. It really is. It's just scary. The future is very uncertain. I like to see stuff not only from my point of view, but like from the point of view of the whole country, like what's going on in the country as well, because you know I'm not the only one dealing with this. So it just scares me to think about how the future is going, or is looking. But yeah, I don't mean to make this video just to like scare people or anything. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who knows, maybe it's gonna go well, like if you asked me, I don't know, like 6 months ago when I was working at Macy's, where would you see yourself in 6 months, I would have never said I would have a software engineering job, and I'm actually getting some decent experience. So who knows, man, maybe in 6 months my life will change, my life will get better. It always manages to somehow. I feel like, as long as I just never give up and I actually keep going, my life always has managed to sort of figure itself out somehow. It hasn't always been the best, right? Like I've always been scraping by, but the keyword is scraping by. I've always managed to scrape by somehow. I've always managed to survive. So I am not totally hopeless, even if I do joke about it, like like there's no hope or whatever. I do believe there is a slither of hope for all of us out there. So if you're watching this and you're feeling sort of depressed about the market or anything, just know, it all manages to work itself out somehow. It might not always be what you expect. It might take a very long time, but it always manages to work itself out somehow. So just, stay believing. Stay moving. Just know there's always a light at the end of the tunnel somehow, even if it's a very small light, even if it's like a little flashlight like on your keychain or whatever. Yeah, on that note, I'm just gonna end it off there. Thank you so much for watching and just listening to me talk about random shit. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a sub if you guys really want to, and I'll see you guys next time.